Welcome to the Edummersive Worlds informational presentation for a physical to virtual art and history exhibit. Edummersive Worlds stands for Educational Immersive Worlds. We are a national nonprofit organization with an office in West Liberty, Iowa. West Liberty is where the physical exhibit will take place. More information on that in a moment. My name is Donna Kaiser, and I am the president of Edummersive Worlds. Our organization was formed in 2004 and has been in formal existence since 2008. This exhibit is a project for the completion of the Leadership West Liberty program. This is a program of the West Liberty Economic Area Development Organization, or WeLead for short. My project is also an outgrowth of the Edummersive Worlds core mission, which is to promote access to virtual environments and resources in education. My specific project is a demonstration of a virtual world and of ways to use it in a community cultural exhibit. We believe community involvement in immersive environments lends itself to a better understanding of the new technologies coming into use for education. Because so many people are unfamiliar with virtual environments, and because the mention of a 3D world often elicits images of violent video games, parents are rightfully concerned about what those virtual worlds are that will be coming into the classroom, or are already there. With the support and permission of the West Liberty Heritage Foundation and the assistance of WeLead, the physical venue will be the Rock Island Depot Museum. The Depot Museum is a restored train depot with its own unique history, and that history is appealing to visitors from around the world who can only visit it in a virtual exhibit such as this. In addition, the WeLead offices are currently in the Depot Museum, and since I now work there at WeLead and have come to know the depot quite well, it was a natural step to hold the exhibit there. WeLead has generously offered to allow me the use of some computer equipment and their internet connection for the exhibit hours. You can see, perhaps, that there's a bit more structure that needs to be added to our virtual museum. We will finish at least 2 rooms in time for the exhibit on June 9th. The benefits of this exhibit are manifold, but 2 come to the surface that I would like to emphasize. The first is that it shows how we can bring cultural and community activities into the virtual world. Visitors will explore a historical museum, see some artifacts, and see some art. They will then see it replicated in a virtual world. Not everything will be there in the virtual exhibit, but enough will be there to give them an idea of what it means to work in a virtual world. The second benefit shows how we can bring the virtual world into local cultural and community activities. At the exhibit and inside the virtual world, visitors can talk to people from around the world. There will be guides in person and in the world to help visitors see how movement and communication works. If technology allows, we will have yet another computer present that is fitted with a webcam, so that people from around the world will be able to view the physical event on a web page on the internet. In this way, we can share our local West Liberty Historical Museum and our event with an international audience. The virtual environment that we'll use for this event is called Second Life. It was originally designed to mirror real life and to allow users to customize an avatar, the avatar's clothing, and to create objects, a real-life simulation. Artists have a new way to show their artwork, and art lovers have a new way to view artwork as well. Because we require permission to reproduce any piece of artwork in a virtual world as well as on the internet, I am showing you examples of my own paintings. The person you see is a representation of me. She is my avatar. Each piece of art has a real-life story and a second life or fictional story. The story in each image here also points visitors to other virtual areas to learn more of the fictional story. Visitors can then travel to other destinations by vehicle on an actual highway or through teleportation. What you see here is the outside of the gallery, and it's a building that I have built. This complex is across the road from where I am building the Depot Museum replica. You can explore both areas when you come to the exhibit. Museums and archives are increasingly using 3D virtual worlds to show their collections, to invite people to view these collections online, or to film them in the world to show in interactive applications on websites. As mentioned, this allows local museums to show the world their collections. Here in West Liberty, along with the artwork that I am reproducing for the virtual exhibit, I have been given permission to replicate a few artifacts from the Depot Museum as well. This allows also virtual builders to show historical sites as they were, to show how our ancestors worked, lived, or went to school, and how things have changed or have not changed for students. As in many museums, our Depot Museum volunteers help visitors learn more about the artifacts and life on the Rock Island Rail Line. Historians also visit museum archives to conduct research for teaching, articles, and book publications. Historians and other educators have also begun to make use of cultural edutainment. Edutainment is known as education through entertainment. In cultural edutainment, participants are immersed in the virtual environment. They talk to each other while exploring historical sites they could never visit together in the real world. They can interact with art in another country or discuss their collaboration on a building project with an international team regardless of the change in time zones. We've learned that edutainment is much more than just fun and games. Oh, my dear, I'm very sorry. I'm terribly late, I know. But you see, when we finally arrived, we had to wait for the train, and it was a very long train. Hello, Professor, and welcome. Hello, everyone. Well, I'm glad you made it anyway. Come and join us. We're giving a talk. And earlier today, the horses bolted, and it took the carriage driver hours to find them again. Oh, I see you have the brick wall finished. Oh, very nice. Thank you. I finally finished it last week. You've been busy. Yes, I have. And I've been telling people about our exhibit and inviting them to come to it. Yes, yes. Please do come and visit us on June 9th, and I will personally give you a tour of the grounds and show you the artifacts that I have been researching. You have a very interesting history here in your little town, and I will be happy to show you. This is Professor Geronte Liccato, ladies and gentlemen. She's an archaeoeducologist, the first in her field. Professor, could we hear something you've learned from your research at the museum? Maybe about one of the artifacts? No, I'm sorry. You see, on my way here, I lost my notes, and I can't remember anything without my notes. You understand. We'll have to wait. What happened to your notes? I don't know. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe then we could just take a peek inside the virtual building. The wainscoting's up, and I'm sure the audience won't mind the mess. I'm going to keep looking, and you get on with your talk, my dear. Nothing can be done at the moment. All right, Professor. I completely understand what it's like to give a talk and forget what I need to say. I hope you come back and talk to us again and show us the inside of the building. We're really very interested in seeing it. Goodbye for now, Professor. While edutainment has been used for quite some time in education, we now have a new venue that allows community members, educators, and students to collaborate in a new way. They can work on projects that they could not implement in one physical location. And community activities are neither limited to one local or even a physical location. Ah, I see the door has been finished. Let's see if we can take a peek inside.
No, people, I'm very sorry, but you can't come in yet. There really is nothing here anyway to see. I'm sorry, my dear, for the writing on the wall, but you see I still can't find my notes. I will have to have it cleaned, I suppose. Maybe this man in here could give me a hand. All he does is sit there all day and talk to me. You would think no one has ever listened to him before. He'll have to work or
I guess we'll have to wait until the event to see the inside of the museum. I do have to agree with the professor about the man, however. He does sit there all day long, never offers to help. As I come to the end of this presentation, I would like to take an opportunity to thank those individuals and organizations that have offered their support of our Edummersive Worlds exhibit. I would like to thank WeLead Executive Director Karen Lathrop for listening to me over the last 3 years as I overloaded her with ideas, stories, technical jargon, and schematic drawings while I tried to put something visual into linear sentences. She helped me to organize my thoughts and to condense the sphere of ideas into a linear framework. The presentation you have just seen is indebted to the many conversations we have had over the years. Thank you again to the West Liberty Heritage Foundation for the venue and for permission to replicate some of the artifacts in the Depot Museum. Thank you also to the WeLead Board for the Leadership West Liberty program, for hiring me, and for offering the use of the computer equipment and the internet connection for the exhibit. And finally, thank you to those local artists who have given me permission to use a piece of their artwork. I encourage you all to consider the Leadership West Liberty program for yourselves, for your employees, or for members of your organization. And, if you can, visit our physical to virtual art and history exhibit at the West Liberty Depot Museum on Saturday, June 9th, 2012. Information for the In-World exhibit and our Second Life location will be posted on our website. Thank you for listening to this presentation today, and please consider donating to help us continue events such as these and to help promote resources in the classroom using virtual and online environments. You can donate also on our website, www.edummersiveworlds.org.